What's up, guys? It's Batman, and this will fill your... It's like Christmas. Well, this will fill the utility belt. Roll the intro. All right, guys, so I don't know if we're gonna crony this one, but we are gonna review it. For 25 bucks, you get three blasters. That's a whole Weebelo right there. The Boy Scout jokes just keep coming, guys. I don't know why. This is the N-Series Gear Up Pack, which is a fun way of saying Grandma wanted to get something for everybody, but only had $25 to spend. That said, Grandma wanted a distinct advantage because one of these blasters is not like the others. Comes with 18 darts, which is enough to load each blaster twice-ish and give, you know, your little brother an extra dart and then you take the extra 5. Regardless, it's a pretty large pack. It's actually a pretty decent value pack, and normally I don't review these. Normally I don't think it's valuable to spend you guys' valuable viewership minutes kind of yapping about things that are not distinctly unique. But all 3 of these blasters are unique. They're all similar to other blasters, but they are not exactitudes. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get it out of the package. I'm gonna show you all 3, line them up, and we'll fire them a few times and just kind of talk about what I think the real value of each one individually is and whether or not the N-Series Gear Up Pack is right for you. Alrighty, so out of the package, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's start with one that's the most exciting. Did you say bolt action revolver? You only get 1 attachment for this bad boy. It's one of those Christmas prezzies rattling around in there. So you have to choose if you're a righty or a lefty, aka a righty or a wrongy. But I've gone ahead and thrown it in right-hand configuration where I fire this way and then yoink it that way. It is an auto-retracting prime, and this is clearly the blaster that you were designed to put the boot stock and the scope on, creating the grandma rifle. Why the grandma rifle? Because grandma's the only one who's ever gonna use these accessories. This is comical. Comically small stock. It is nice. It's got an in-strike attachment. It's also nice that it's got a rail attachment. No muzzle lug, but I thought it was interesting and distinct to mention that this is using a relatively similar schema to the revolver, but whereas I think the revolver is one of the best products in the line, 6 shots, auto-retracting, rear prime, it's a slick 6-shooter that delivers the hits. This is a 4-shooter. Why? You already had a mold, Hasbro, for a 6-shot revolver. It's the same size. Your design team sat there and said, how do we make this thing worse? And then you did. You took 2 shots out. Sounds powerful, but it is a very interesting design choice to be like, all right, guys, we can't be as good. So let's make it strictly worse. 4 shots, fully loaded. Then you've got the Jolt. This Jolt has an in-strike rail up top, but I think this is the only technical Jolt for the N-Series. It is chunky. It needed a much larger plunger tube with taper to get that final pop out of it. But it's a real Jolt. It also has a sweet scope attachment so that if you're, you know, running and gunning, but you really want to take your time, after all, only have 1 shot, there you go. What's the value of the Jolt? Well, the Jolt is probably worth, it's a new line, but it's still a single, really hanging on to that. Still a single shot blaster, which leads me to believe that this bad boy is really only worth $5. I mean, it is a Jolt, it's worth $5. The revolver was $10, so I guess we'll say that the worst revolver is $10. That begs the question, is this Jolt worth $10? And I think that we have the answer for that in here, which is to say that no, this is a very similar configuration, a very similar plunger volume with slightly less taper. Why would you pay more money? I did it and I didn't realize how funny it would be, and it's okay. They put a notch on this side so that you can easily reach in there to load it so that you can, I mean, if you're shorter, maybe this is less goofy looking, like, but you know that. Oh yeah. We're gonna stay in our 3-point configuration here, really locked in. We're mogging that target. All right, that's the other Jolt. Probably don't buy this. Probably don't buy this set. Probably pick the blaster that you really want from the N-Series and buy that instead. The only value I see to this is genuinely misinformed consumers might purchase something along this line specifically because they're attracted to the number of pieces. And admittedly, for $25, you do have the ability for 3 people to battle all at once. That is the sole reason I would purchase this. The accessories are about, this one's kind of cool looking, but this is just about the worst stock I think NERF has ever produced. Maybe we should make that video. Top 5 worst in-strike accessories of all time. With this little elf boot. Like, Dobby couldn't wear this. If you gave this to Dobby, he would not be a free elf, because while it might look like an elf boot, it does not. Alright guys, that's the review. The review is that this 3-pack is not for the foam flinging enthusiast, and if you are a foam flinging enthusiast, I assume that's why you're on my channel. If you're watching this and you've never seen any other of my videos, hi, I am an adult type person who really likes foam flinging blasters, and in my well, it's like turned into a confessional. I don't understand. This review really got off the rails, YouTube. Don't buy this one. It's $25. There are way better blaster products. If you want something performance focused, it's literally next to it on the shelf. If you want specifically this ammo type at this kind of age range and this ease of usability, pick any of the other N-Series blasters. Just buy the good ones. The revolver is really quite spectacular, and while this might look like the revolver in the package, I think it is deceitful in that regard, because it certainly is not delivering that play pattern, it's not delivering that much fun, and it's not delivering those features or ergonomics. I mean, this is a very poor imitation of the revolver. Speaking of which, Drac, why doesn't your revolver have a cylinder in it? 2 reasons. 1, we are developing a micro dart cylinder for this thing that I think is going to be really sweet, a cool option for it. And since we are in the middle of developing that, I didn't want to take it away from my guy with the calipers. And 2, we have a big sale going on my web stores right now. It is 30% off. The coupon is in the description box down below. It is the biggest sale we have ever had. So go check it out. The cylinder isn't live quite yet, but the sale applies to everything except 3D printed stuff, because I can't cut my guy's labor out of that. That is the video. Don't buy the multi-pack. Maybe if it goes on sale. This is like an Ollie's bargain bin kind of pickup when it's 12 bucks, but at 25 full retail, I would let it sit on the shelf for a little while. Thank you guys so much for watching. Much love. Blast on. Drac out.